Hey, what is up, guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for here on the global side is upon us. Now, we get to use both Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken's, and instead of just doing, let's run them on pure Saiyans, no. We're running them on the brand new Bond of Master and Disciple team with a dual Int Gohan lead. Now, a couple things going on here. So number one, at no point in the battle will you see Int Gohan transform. And the reason for this is there is no Trunks on the team, and I did this deliberately. I've never run Gohan just simply as a support unit. And to be honest, I was really curious to see how he'd function. So there he is at 1.5 million. And to be honest, that's pretty much going to be what you get. Now keep in mind, both of these are dupless. So, 55% Gohans. Also keep in mind that we have no other support on the team. They are all just, pretty much heavy hitters at a certain point. And some of them defend well, too. But that is basically what you're getting with these Gohans. About somewhere between, 1.3 and 1.5 million attack stats. But clearly when they're transformed, they can do, insane amounts of damage. Now, if you're curious to see how much damage they can do, go ahead and check out my video I did where I ran him on the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. Because, oh my god. A transformed Int Gohan can do some serious work, man. I mean, just crazy amounts of damage. We were up against a Fizz Cell, and they were still doing damage, not even able to crit. So, anyway, that's not the purpose of this video. So, there's transforming Vegeta at a 2 million attack stat. So I wanted to run this team, number one, because, it's new, and it's the new hotness, and also Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken's just so happened to be on this team, so, might as well. So here we go. We finally have the rotation that we want, and we actually have some support on rotation. So right off the rip, you're going to notice, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and I guess for the purposes of this video, we'll call him EZA Blue Goku. The EZA Blue Goku, he's gonna be out damaging this unit at first, and then toward the end of the fight, after the 10-turn passive has wore off, the STR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku is going to be out damaging the EZA one. So it really worked out, and as you just saw there, between the two units, they were, Super Saiyan Blue, the EZA Goku, man, he was at a 2.77 million right off the bat. That is extremely impressive. Now, I want everyone to remember about his passive. So, the EZA Goku, his passive, he's getting, number one, just right off the bat, and he will always have attack and defense 59%. He will also greatly stack attack on his super attack. So, he's going to be doing damage no matter what. He's going to be doing good damage no matter what. Because even after his 10-turn passive has wore off, and you'll see it in this event, we easily go 20 turns. But even after that 10-turn passive wears off, he's still going to be hitting, well above a 2 million attack stat. So he's quite good, man. And even this, really only the last phase did he really get touched up. And Tech God Goku, I just so happened I was able to kind of protect him a little bit. So you didn't really see him get exposed too bad against the Tech God Goku. So, but this really proved to be a quite an interesting team. So you have this EZA Kaioken Goku. So he gets that 59% unconditional, and then for 10 turns he's getting an additional 59% attack and defense. So he'll be actually pretty good defensively as well. Again, up until Tech God Goku. Wow, 3.19. So real quick, that was his, that was this Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, the STR one. That was his big attack buff, where he gets when he falls below 59% HP. remember, he can get that mid-turn. So, you know, to be honest, it's a little hard to plan on when you're going to get that. You just don't know what, you know, this Goku can do. The one we're up against now, the legendary Goku. You just never know where he's going to super. It's hard to plan for, right? Unless you use crazy amounts of items and you are deliberately trying to stall it, which, you know, it isn't, even then it's not easy. So he hit his big attack buff there. I would have liked it a little bit later, but in the end, you know, it turned out not to be too big a deal. And you'll see in the latter phases of this event that his attack stat's just fine. It's just fine. But anyway, so back to the EZA Goku. So he gets that, his passive runs out, that additional 59% attack and defense runs out after 10 turns. And on the 9th turn, he gets a 59% additional attack buff, and he gets a guaranteed crit. So I will point that out when we get to it. And he's going to share pretty much, not all of his links, but, you know, all of the pertinent links he's going to share with the STR Kaioken Goku. So he's going to share Warrior Gods, Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle. I mean, so like they're solid linking partners, to be sure. Now, as far as the STR, it's not his ideal linking partner. 3.16 is pretty damn good. So, and luckily we got the crit, so we got some decent damage in too. And then 3.10. So remember that the STR Kaioken Goku, and another crit, beautiful. He also has godly power, so we at no point during this run were we able to activate godly power. There's just no other units on this team that have it. Until maybe Fizz Vegeta, the transforming Vegeta, he might have it actually. Actually, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, because I think both of those Vegeta units have it. So anyway, but you know, I don't like to necessarily break up my rotations unless I absolutely have to, unless we're just getting, you know, demolished in that last slot. You know, that's the last thing you need. Just, you know, you always want to live to fight another day, even if it means breaking up your rotation. And these units link up well enough. So now it might have been an issue if we had to push STR Kaioken Goku off rotation, because really no one else shares Over in a Flash with him. So remember, he's not a prepared for battle unit. He has Over in a Flash and Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power is a link that the blue EZA Goku, the one that he lacks. He does not have Tournament of Power, but he does have Over in a Flash. He does have prepared for battle, and he has shocking speed too. So he is just a fiend, just a key fiend, man. And that's going to make him fit in on any one of his teams. And this one is no exception. And there they are, up over 100,000 defense with the support Gohan on rotation. So that's solid. I mean, at no point will they stack their defense. But man, that's pretty damn good. I mean, 100,000, and they're both notorious just hard-hitting units. You know what I mean? So for them to be up over 100K is very nice. So we're going to get the Dokkan mode, and actually this time I hit all 7 nodes. So what is his attack stat there? So 3.33. And then we'll check on the Super Saiyan Blue. Now, we are getting close to that 9th turn. Now, I did kind of lose track. So if this is anywhere in the realm of 4 million, I would imagine that is it. So let's see what we're up to here. Okay, we get supered, but we're not going to die. Yeah, 178k. 3.36. I think we might be 1 turn off. I think so. Because that attack buff is very significant. Yeah, we almost die. Almost. But we live to fight another day, luckily for us. And here's Fizz Vegeta's final transformation. So this Fizz Vegeta is very good. You know, you would like him. He's just an overall solid unit. So he's good offensively, he's good defensively. He gets this big nuke. And in my opinion, the significance of that is that it essentially full heals you. That's a really, really nice part that I think sometimes gets overlooked, is that full heal. And we're able to get a type advantage super attack also by that Int Gohan, I might add. But Fizz Vegeta, he's going to put up about a 5 million attack stat here, and that is not terrible, and I believe it's a guaranteed crit, so... Oh, no, it's not. Okay. My mistake. I'm thinking of Goku, who gets the guaranteed crit. So, and then, okay, so this is also a unit that I don't get to use much, but he is definitely damn good, and he needs to be used more by me. In the newest Blue Vegeta Awakening. So, the Tech Blue Vegeta, he is getting 30% attack and defense per orb obtained, and he's that's on same type orbs. On not same type orbs, or on different type orbs, he's getting 20% attack and defense. So, I mean, all you need, I mean, really, if you can, and he's an orb changer as well. So, I mean, that obviously bodes well for him, right? So, but anyway, so he's quite good, and he stacks attack and defense, of course, as well. So he's very good. Him and the Blue Goku. I couldn't bring the Blue Goku, obviously, because we were already using a Blue Goku. So that was the neat part of when this STR Kaioken Goku came out, is that he was a different named Goku, so you could run him with other Blue Gokus. So, but all of these units, man, and I also want you guys to pay attention to the Int Gohans as well. This whole entire fight, they don't take any damage. It's crazy. So right now, we are at, what, we're at 50, just a little over 50% health, which means we're getting Gohan's damage reduction right now. So even by a type-neutral Blue Goku, he's going to greatly raise attack, or I'm sorry, excuse me, greatly raise defense on super attack. Did we even get a super attack? I don't think we were able to. But even on that, so do we use an item? I don't imagine we use an item. Maybe. So anyway, even without a super attack, he's not going to take a whole ton of damage. Because he has this damage reduction active, this 58% damage reduction when you're below 58% HP, and it really proved to come in handy through many times throughout this event. He is just overall, even if you don't transform him, boy oh boy, he's just solid as a rock, dude. You know, he's not hitting for a boatload of damage or anything, but again, you know, he's dupless. He's int, so he can't crit. You know, that's the big issue with him, right? So, yeah, and didn't do any damage there. But look at that. Took 100 damage because of that damage reduction. And again, this Gohan has it right now. So, now we do have to put our STR Goku a little bit out of harm's way here. And I think this is where we have to use an item because, you know, 78,000. So his passive officially... I believe it is officially run out. So he is now down to just baseline 59% attack and defense. And now you're going to see his attack stat dip quite a bit. But by the end of the event, we're still able to bring it back up to, like, you know, really
ridiculous heights. Just because the sheer volume of super attacks we're getting. So, but like I said, we do need an item here. And we have to miss a super attack with Gohan. A common thread throughout this event, 3.78. Yikes, dude. That's just one support on rotation, man. But that's a common thread, man. And again, we've talked about it with all of my Int Gohan showcases and you know, running him through events. Him not having prepared for battle is such a disadvantage to him and his teammates. So these guys are getting ki from Gohan, and so is he. But it doesn't prove to be enough throughout the duration of this event. It just doesn't. It's just not enough. And you guys see it because he's missing super attacks like crazy. So he himself is buffing Master and Disciple allies. So... that's why they don't have any trouble supering, and they obviously share like Over in a Flash, which is a +3 key link. So we haven't talked a lot about Fizz Future Gohan, he's just overall, like, on this event, he's really, really solid defensively, and that's why I like to bring him along. So by, I don't know, probably, it depends if you're running him as a floater or on rotation, but every time he enters the battlefield, he's getting 10% more damage reduction. So by the time we get to, let's say, SS3 Goku, he's got 50% damage reduction. And at 50% damage reduction, he's not even taking damage from STR UI Goku. I mean, at type disadvantage. So he's just very impressive in this event. And if we would have linked him up, we could have easily run one of the Int Gohans on rotation. But I really wanted to highlight the Kaioken Gokus. Now, we may eclipse, we're getting close, yeah, 4 million by the STR Kaioken Goku. And at this point in the fight, you guys can see, the STR Kaioken is going to completely outclass the AGL one. And I know that this showcase is on the AGL EZA one, but he, you know what, he's really good for, like, and we're gonna do it, we're gonna run him in Super Battle Road, but that's probably his best place, is Super Battle Road, because his passive will never run out. You'll never go 10 turns on any stage of SBR. You'll either win the fight first, or you'll die. There's really no in between. There's no amount of items that can save you that many turns. So, yeah, even getting him, I don't think you'd even get him to his 9-turn threshold. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever gone 9 turns on SBR. I mean, I'd have to really sit down and think about it. But anyway, so Super Battle Road, he's going to be really good on. You know, you saw turn 1. You know, he was hitting for 2.77 million. And that is no small feat. Not just every unit can just whip out almost a 3 million attack stat turn 1. So that's where this guy's really going to shine. He's going to be really good for, like, the short burst type of events, because he's going to get continuously stronger up until that 10-turn threshold. And then his power is going to take a dip. But, you know, I mean, that's kind of the idea of the Kaioken, right? Is you're burning up all of your body, right? You're placing your body under physical harm just to do the Kaioken. You know, and that's why King Kai recommended that Goku didn't go over ×3. You know, so, but that was the only way he could get, you know, beat down Vegeta, grade 8 Vegeta. Well, not even grade 8, but Scouter Vegeta. You know what I'm talking about. The Saiyan Saga Vegeta. There it is. I couldn't spit that out for some reason. So, having type advantage here is obviously really nice too. So 64k. Yep. So it took a little bit of a dip there, but notice we have no support on rotation. So that's just all him, baby. And just a couple attack links. So, you know, no godly power, only fierce battle and Super Saiyan and warrior gods, right? So, and then Fizz Gohan, unless he gets crits, which on cue he gets a crit, he's not going to be doing a ton of damage. And the same thing, you know, this Int Gohan at this point, he really is just truly there for his utility and support to the rotation. And he'll be able to defend well even against, and you'll see, even against Int UI Goku, he's able to defend quite well. So very, very nice. And then there's the newly awakened Tech Vegeta. He's up over 3 million, and that didn't really take too many orbs. He's just stacked up that many attacks. So, this was, I would say, we actually got through this with relative ease. We actually got a couple of big crits from these Fizz units. I think, did we get, no, we didn't get one there, but we do get a couple of crucial critical hits throughout this run up until Int UI Goku. You guys are going to see, so right now in the video, we're at about 19 minutes in, and getting through the rest of Goku, I mean, it takes, I mean, you guys will see it's going to take like more than 10 minutes to get through Int UI Goku. So, and then here's Gohan. Now, we don't have his damage reduction active, but if we can get him super attacks, that's good, because then he greatly raises his defense for one turn. And then his attack stats up over 3 million again. So it's like, he's good, man. He's good. Like, you have to be able to build him back up again, or he's not going to look real impressive. Oh, a casual 4.45 million from STR Kaioken. Now remember, the STR Kaioken, I think I'm debating on what Super Battle Road to run him in. The Easy A Kaioken. And I think I want to run him in Universal Survival Saga. Is he on that? He is on that category. He just doesn't have the Tournament of Power link, which I think he might. It's like a very unique situation because he's only in the Universe 6 tournament, right? So even though, I mean, that is the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 Kaioken Goku, right? So, obviously, Blue Goku is Kaioken almost the whole entire fight in Dragon Ball Super, that TOP. He's almost Kaioken the whole time. But we don't have a real because this one, it is from the tournament, but also his main super attack is against Hearts, which is from Dragon Ball Heroes. So, but I guess he would be the Kaioken Goku from the Tournament of Power, because obviously he does Spirit Bomb, the one he does against Jiren. So, but as you guys can see, man, this team, that was a non-crit. We just did 1.4 million. Very, very nice. But this team is very powerful. The one thing I would say is it's not necessarily the Kaiokens, both of them, are not perfect for this event, not by any stretch of the imagination. And you guys are going to see why in this last phase against Int UI. So you guys are going to see, obviously we are in the last stages of this event, but as you could probably guess, we're going to see some monstrous attack stats, particularly from the STR Kaioken Goku. I mean, you can see, like, okay, so the Easy A Kaioken Goku, he is at about 1 million before he even attacks. And then the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, the STR one, is at like 1.8 million before he attacks. But it doesn't matter. And the reason why is because this is one of those situations where Int UI Goku just takes hold of you. 3.32. Not bad. And we actually do connect on this one. But UI Goku just takes you by the haunches and just humps you into submission. That was a 4.68 million attack stat that he just dodged, and we have the potential to crit. So I think I have 11 crit. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I made him more balanced. I think I did want him to do more additionals. So, but UI Goku just takes this event and just slaps your team around, man. I mean, he's just able to dodge, man, and it is so irritating because, so many units are really reliant on hitting really, really hard. And, Int UI Goku just says, well, I don't give a fuck, man. You ain't hitting me. And it makes this event so challenging sometimes. And it just was one of those days, man. I just got extremely unlucky with crits. I got extremely unlucky with the UI Goku dodging. Now, luckily, we have some defensive studs, particularly on this rotation. This rotation, I basically don't have to worry about defense at all. So we've got type advantage with this blue Vegeta. And and he's stacked up his defense quite high. I think his defense is somewhere in the 200,000 range. And then we have this guy, who even with type disadvantage, you get him, I don't know, 7-8 key spheres, he's untouchable even by a type advantaged UI Goku. So I mean, his defense, I do check their stats periodically just to see, and his defense gets up almost to 500,000. So and again, so go now. I think we have damage reduction active, so this is not an accurate representation, but as long as he gets, look at this, dude. Look at that. I mean, he took double digits. It's not as though we had a Nurse Chi-Chi active or something. It was just like I think I just popped an Icarus, right? So now, again, this is kind of where the problem comes in, is because I'm really relying on these monstrous attack stats by these two units here. Because if we don't end this quickly, we're going to run out of items. Sometimes, dude, UI Goku can just stall you out, man. You know, he's got that 1 in 5 chance to dodge, and he took every advantage he possibly could. Because essentially what you're going to see is every 2 turns, we're having to re-up the damage items. They're the damage reduction items, excuse me. Just because, like, they are so... You know, STR, that Kaioken, if he were rainbowed, I don't think he would die from a super attack. But, you know, otherwise, man, I mean, it's going to be close. Because this team doesn't have a ton of HP because we don't have any LRs on it. We've got about 470,000. Look at that. And he dodges a 4.13. Like, what am I supposed to do, man? I can't do anything with that. Like, he dodges this monstrous attack, a 4 million plus attack stat. Oh my god, I'm getting PTSD reliving this right now. And again, no crit. Now, we had type advantage, but, you know, Fizz Gohan is not exactly known as being a hard hitter. So, again, we're really relying on that. So, luckily, we get a ton of Key Spheres here. And he's going to get, you know, monstrous offensive and defensive stats. I think this is where he's up over 500k. I forget where exactly we checked, but that was a very impressive look. Yeah, there it is, 494,000. And then we're able to get a super attack for Int Gohan as well. And then there he is, up almost over 4 million. That is a 1 dupe Vegeta, by the way. So he's not able to, and then he dodges type advantage, obviously. He dodges a couple Fizz Vegeta supers as well. He seems to just be dodging every unit I don't want him to dodge. And then to the units I wish he would dodge, like this unit, just doesn't matter. But he's going to take 4 digits. That's no item active, by the way. So to me, a 55% Int Gohan, no item active, just greatly raising his defense, that's very impressive to me. And his damage reduction was not active, I believe. I don't think it was. So, and then here we are. So we're starting to get to this point where, like, we have what, 7 health bars to go, and we have 2 items left, man. If we don't start landing some of these hits, that's a 3 million attack stat before he attacks. That's insane. But if we don't start landing some of these hits, man, we're absolutely dead. So it really started to get scary. Oh, 5.13, and he finally lands a hit. A big, big shot. He finally lands one. Over 5 million attack stat. That's STR cooler territory, guys. I mean, this dude, he does insane, crazy. He does, like, LR type damage. Now, he doesn't defend quite as well because the STR cooler, man, he gets 180% attack and defense, and then there's another big, big dodge. Luckily, we get a crit on the normal, so we did just take down 2 full health bars from our Kaioken Gokus, and that's the kind of shit you need to win this event. If you have big, big hitters on your team, you have to make sure that, well, not that you can really control it, but you have to make sure that they connect or you're just done. You know, that's what you're relying on. And then here's going to be another big shot from the Tech Vegeta. Man, he is just so good. Those Awakenings, dude, and the Fizz Goku, too, are just so good. I mean, if you guys somehow don't have them, they've been on every single banner since, like, the beginning of time. But if you don't have them for some reason and you pull them, that is a phenomenal pull for you. Because even at 55%, they're going to be doing really, really nice attack stats. Going to be defending really, really nice for you. Now, they have actually pretty low stats, but they stack up their attack and defense so quickly, and they nuke, that it doesn't really matter how high their attack stat is. I mean, as much as I may criticize Bandai and Akatsuki, some of the things they actually do know. We finally, again, are getting some crits, and now he's all of a sudden down to 3 health bars. But Bandai and Akatsuki, to an extent, they do know what they're doing when they're designing units. Now, sometimes I feel like they're, you know, they could have done something, you know, some things a little differently. But, you know, in the end, they're not going to make everyone happy, right? I mean, they're a business, and they feel like they have it figured out. So, Anyway, a bit of a tangent, but now I'm trying to make sure that everyone gets a super attack here because, you know, having that Int Gohan be able to super, very, very important. Now, we have no HP to heal up, but we have to use a Princess Snake anyway. And again, we're really, really counting on getting some big, big numbers from these guys. So this is a 5.35 million. I was honestly, I was legitimately like really impressed. I know this unit is a couple months old now, but dude, those attack stats, I mean, you can't make that shit up. I mean, he hits harder than LRs. I mean, that's insane, dude. I mean, he hits, by the end of this event, he's hitting harder than LR AGL Gohan. You know, with the same amount of dupes. I mean, basically, you know, you'd have to get AGL Gohan a ton of key spheres. There's that Kaioken Goku, the EZA, not defending very well. That was with a Princess Snake active, taking 30k per normal. But luckily, thank God, we are finally down to 1 health bar. And I do believe this is the last rotation that we have to run. The real MVP for sure, I'm going to go ahead and just say was the STR Kaioken. But Blue Kaioken, the EZA one, definitely held his own. I mean, he did great. I mean, considering what he is, and he's not necessarily designed for this event, he is up to 10 turns, you know what I mean? And then he really starts to tail off, and you guys saw it because I was impressed. He, you know, early in the fight, he was at 100,000 defense, and that's really good. Now, if he stayed at 100,000 defense, I'd be a lot more impressed by this guy. You know, but so we got him up almost to a 4 million attack stat, and by the end of this fight, he was up to almost a 4 million attack stat. So it's a shame that he fizzles out, but it is just the design of the card. Not much you can do about it. So we're gonna get hit for not that much damage. Luckily, we had type advantage, or no, we didn't. No, we just had a crazy defensive stat. That's right. So there's the last hit. We finally end it. And the Legendary Goku event is complete. So the moment we were all waiting for has finally come. I'm so happy they released this EZA. I may have criticized them a bit, but I still like the unit. So, but anyway, guys, slap a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you're new, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Later.